Hello everyone, it's Lauren. Today I'm going to be reading the 11th chapter of A Mistaken Identity. This chapter is written by my friend Pearl, so let's get into it. Chapter 11, Isabelle. Our car rolls to a stop directly in front of what must be Chateau de Vizille. I've only been here once in my life, and I was too young to remember it. As we step out of the car, I admire the huge castle with the grand staircase that winds up to two massive wooden doors. The tall spires of the castle climb high into the sky, giving it a royal feeling. Swans swim gracefully in the moat in front of the structure. Turning my head away from the chateau, I am just in time to see Hayden and Tyler walking around the corner of the castle along a cobbled pathway. I jog to catch up to them. "Where are we going?" I ask. Tyler shrugs. "We're just gonna walk around this place until we decide what to do," Hayden says. I hesitate for a second before joining them, not really having another option. We come around a bend which leads us to an ornate garden with bushes cut in zigzag patterns, forming triangles. In each triangle, a bed of flowers sits. Though stunning, all of us are in deep thought, so we don't take much notice of it. I fiddle with something in my pocket. I pull it out to see what it is, and find that it's the gold barrette I picked up in the alleyway a few nights ago. Hayden glances over it and does a double take. He stares at it, looking surprised. "Where did you get that?" he asks. I hold up the barrette. "Oh, I just picked it up from a sketchy alleyway in Paris a few nights back." I shudder at the memory. Tyler looks confused. "What were you doing in an alley at night?" he asks me. I sigh. I ended up there while searching for Briella. Tyler looks a little weirded out before shrugging. "So, what was your interest in the barrette?" I ask Hayden. He shakes his head, looking disturbed, but doesn't answer. We veer off the main path, with the castle behind us. We're all silent as we walk. After a few minutes, we suddenly come to a huge stone wall, the top of which is lined with barbed wire. I stare up at it as we walk by. It makes me feel uneasy. We follow the wall to a big stone building. Only 3 windows grace the side of the building, all of which are on the 3rd story. I glance up at the windows and see some movement. It appears to be a person backing away from one of them. Suddenly, the feeling of being watched creeps over me. I lean my head on the stone behind me, which feels nice and cool after walking in the sun. I suddenly hear something that makes me give an exclamation of surprise. "What's wrong, Isabelle?" Tyler asks, clearly alarmed. I think I hear a voice coming from within the wall," I manage. It sounds like someone's stuck." Hayden looks dubious, but Tyler walks over the wall and leans his ear against it. I do the same. This time I hear more than one voice, and I can tell by Tyler's face, he hears them too. Hayden joins in, and the 3 of us listen intently for a minute. I'm not able to decipher any words, but the fear in the voices rings out clear. Suddenly Tyler and I both start as we recognize one of the voices. "Ty, it's Briella," I say, trembling in excitement. He nods his head and then starts pushing on the stones. Hayden asks Tyler why he's doing that. "The wall almost sounds hollow," Tyler says. Just then, a piercing sound fills the air. Hayden and I plug our ears and freeze. Tyler continues to frantically search the wall. He kicks one of the rocks, causing a big chunk of the wall to jolt open like a door. Dust flies in our faces, and a second later, 3 teens tumble out the opening onto Tyler, Hayden, and I. I stare at them, not recognizing any of them. I give Tyler a quizzical glance. He just looks as confused as I feel. Why did we think we had heard Briella's voice? The threesome stands up and begins mopping dust and cobwebs from their clothes. I notice that one of the girls has dyed blonde hair with brown roots. The other has dark ringlets, while the boy has jet black hair. I don't have time to examine them too closely before a guard rounds the corner. Just like that, all 6 of us are off running at full speed down the hill we were standing on. At the bottom, there's a wide river. Quickly realizing that there's no other means of escape, we all jump in and swim across. Once we reach the other side, we start running again. But it's much harder now that our clothes are soaking wet. We head into a dense wood. Branches slash my face, and the tangle of foliage on the forest floor seems to trip me every few steps. I kind of feel like a herd of elephants stampeding through the forest. After traversing a bridge, running through a barren field, and entering a second woody area, we finally stop running. We all collapse onto the ground in sheer exhaustion. We lie there, breathing hard. I finally say, "What just happened?" Hayden rolls his eyes. Well, we heard some voices in a wall, followed by an alarm, saw a guy in a uniform, and started running. I was so stunned to see you guys again. Tyler and I stare at the girl who just spoke. That voice is Briella's, but the hair... Briella, is that you? I ask, breathlessly. Her hand flies to her head as she throws off a wig. I totally forgot I was wearing this, she says, staring at the black ringlets in her hand. Yes, it's me, Briella. I stand there, too shocked to move for a minute, and then I make a noise somewhere between a laugh and a squeal. In a moment, I've enveloped my friend in a hug. Briella, I've been searching for you for days. I've been worried sick about you. I tried to follow that car, but I lost it at an intersection, and then Briella stops me. Whoa, Isabel, slow down, she says laughingly. I smile weakly. But it's all my fault you got taken away by some stranger and sent to some awful boarding school. None of this would have happened if it hadn't been for me. I can tell tears are close in proximity. Forgive me, Brie, I say, before losing it completely. I've never known Briella to hold a grudge, but I'm fearful this might be a first. She smiles at me. Of course I will, she says, putting her arm around me. But there really isn't anything to forgive. After all, I really enjoy going to Paris Fashion Week, even with all the mishaps. I exhale loudly. I think this is the best day of my life, I say. I look out at the four faces surrounding us. The two teens I've never met look exceptionally confused. Tyler looks happy, and Hayden looks relieved. Within a few minutes, we've explained everything to the strangers, better known as Sam and Rose. Then we detail the events that led Tyler, Hayden, and I to the wall. We're just deciding what to do next when we hear dogs barking and people yelling. Oh no, Briella whispers. It must be the guards from Queens. We all scramble to hide in the dense bushes around us. I glance over at Briella, who's just a few feet away. Her face looks ashen. Her whole body is tensing with fear. Nobody makes a sound. We all know that if those dogs catch our scent, we're done for. So that was the 11th chapter of A Mistaken Identity. By the way, I'm really excited to announce that we are going to start filming my feature film Screened In again really soon. So I will have to start filming these chapters, the reading of the chapters, every other week instead of every single Wednesday. So I'm really sorry about that. So the next chapter, chapter 12, will be on June 10th. That is the best start yet. Follow that car, but there were dogs, so many dogs, and I didn't know what to do because they were just running all around, and it was just like pitter-pattering everywhere, and I got so distracted. Today I'm gonna be doing... What was I trying to say there? If you enjoyed this video, then please subscribe to my channel and hit that notification bell so that you don't miss out on any of my future videos. Also, if you've not watched my last video, then click up here. Thank you for watching, stay safe, stay healthy, and have a great week.